So the 2023 point-in-time survey showed that 90% of people that are unhoused have some form of disability, and of that number, 32.5% said that they had a brain injury. So the prevalence of homelessness in Victoria is extremely high, and we see that every day with our clients.
Well, I was working and I climbed up the deck of my truck, and when I got near the top, I guess I stepped in some oil or something and went off the side of the truck and smacked my head in the ground, and apparently I was out cold for like 45 minutes. I'm Woody Woodruff. I've had a brain injury for 10-12 years.
What I'm actually starting to see now is a lot of eviction notices, and I think coming out of October into November and December, the coldest months, I've started to see a lot more clients are coming to me with these 30 or 90-day notices kind of thing, and asking for help with that.
We started to notice that the biggest issue with our clients is housing. Lack of safe, affordable housing in Victoria. I mean, there's a lack of housing all over Victoria, but in particular for brain injury survivors who are on a limited income, a fixed income, there's just nowhere for them to go to find safe, affordable housing.
I was forced into a situation where I couldn't work anymore, and I had to find something I could afford to in the way of a place to live. But even renting just a single room is $700-800 a month. It was good to get away from the stress of not knowing, not being comfortable. Without Ian's help, I would never have got into where I'm at now. I'm so grateful for this man. Otherwise, I would have probably wound up homeless again.
As the organization, including the board, recognized a tremendous need for housing for brain injury survivors, we actually changed our mission to include adding housing as one of our supports.
And once you're already living with the stresses of living with a brain injury, it kind of provides a lot of noise, and so some of that stuff can be really stress-inducing for clients. And so what I try and do with them is help them slow that down and fill out the applications and kind of show them that it's possible. But Woody was really good at meeting the road with the rubber, and so outside of our sessions, he would follow up, and like if we sent an application, he'd show up there the next day and to meet them in person and shake their hand and look them in the eye, and I think it helped them out in the end.
And just give them the support that they need, and allow them a space where they can talk to peer supporters and feel like they're not alone, and that there are other people who are in the same boat as them.
I think the best would be is if we were able to be in a situation where we could actually become a housing provider for some of these clients and help to subsidize their rent, because I think systemically that's what's keeping this particular sector of the population from being able to access safe and affordable housing.
It makes me think, what if this was my son or my daughter who suddenly had a brain injury just out of the blue and couldn't afford to live where they're living anymore? I would never want that for my family. I would never want, because it's the repercussions. It's not just my kids, it's my entire family. It's my husband, it's me, it's my mom and dad, it's their grandparents. I would never want that for my family. I would never want it for anybody. So the housing program is so important because it provides valuable service to people who end up on the street or end up close to being on the street through no fault of their own, and it just provides a safety net.
VBIS has made such a impression in my life that I was able to get things done.
There's a way that we can help people with brain injury survivors get safe, affordable housing, and it's with donations from supporters who are the lifeblood of Victoria Brain Injury Society and allow us to have programs like the housing program and allow us to make a tremendous difference in brain injury survivors' lives.
Yeah, I'd say that probably the main hurdle is that mismatch between income and the cost of housing in the city, especially for people living with disabilities and brain injury.
Donations make a huge difference in changing lives like that, and just the quality of life, making it so much better for people with brain injuries.
If I was going to give any message, I would just say people living with brain injury are human beings, and I believe that all human beings have a right to housing, and it's not fair to preclude people just because of what's happened in their lives and their limited amount of income. And so, yeah, if anybody out there has anything that they can donate or anything like that, that'd be great. I believe that this kind of thing should be met systemically, but in the meantime, the need is now. And so, yeah, I'm willing to help you prop up the system.
Donations make a huge difference in changing lives like that, and just the quality of life, making it so much better for people with brain injuries.
Come to VBIS, and they will help. They do help. And I'm a great example of that.